Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff. And now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome, everyone, to Glendale, Arizona. This is the Verbo Fiesta Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on last season's national champions, the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Hermstreet. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. Team out there, we're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. It's a quarterback keeper. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking for the wideout. Oh, that one's picked off. Touchdown, Alabama. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, the defense could not have written a better script than this. First drive of the game, not only do you come up with a pick, but you spot your offense 6 points right away. I wouldn't be surprised if they tell their offense, just sit back and take it easy, fellas.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Offense retakes the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after going to pick 6 last time out here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the pass is complete to the tight end. Moves his way for a first down to the 35.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
So quickly up to the 35-yard line for first down. Looks like he's going to run it. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Well, this is why the offensive coordinator trusts his quarterback on these RPOs. He made the right read, was able to pick up some good yards. Now they have a 2nd down and manageable. Wouldn't be surprised if they run that RPO again.
Here's the 2nd down play. Caught behind the line. It's Booth. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
The pocket breaking down. Quick throw to his receiver. Touchdown, Ducks, as they fight back here in this playoff game.
Boy, if the defense can't get pressure on the quarterback, it's going to be a long afternoon. That time, the quarterback had all day back there to eventually find the open receiver for a touchdown.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 21. That's good work by the coverage team. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the clear. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years. Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
Important second down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Running out of time in the pocket. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
After the second down incompletion, I have to convert here on third down and 8. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Pressure is coming. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, a missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this, I'm shocked that he actually overthrew. With anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go get it, just misses him.
And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Good throw. Catch made on the out route. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offensive coordinator is doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
Grabbed by the receiver. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks.
He's in the clear. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
It's a second and goal play for the offense.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
He throws it away. A smart choice that time, but it will bring up third down.
That's a smart heads-up play to me by the quarterback. Would rather throw it in the stands than a tight throw leading to a potential turnover. Wonder what they're dialed up here on this third down.
defense stops him there on the scramble, close to the goal line, but not in.
Yeah, the quarterback looks like he makes the right read, but I got to tell you, I think he underestimated the speed of this defense and how quickly they were able to get to him to prevent him from picking up the first down.
They could take the lead with a chip shot, but the coach is thinking touchdown here on fourth down. And the quarterback just sneaks it. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Chris, I'm surprised here, but it worked out. Fourth down and goal, quarterback sneak. The offensive line got low, got a good push to give him just enough room to get into the end zone.
And the extra point was up and good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle made at the 29, so he picks up about 4 yards by bringing it out of the end zone. First play of the drive now coming up from the 29. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Now it's second down here. Back's got it again. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Solid gain in the running play. Third down now. Out of the gun now on third down. Moves out of the pocket. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down.
Good job here by this offense coming up with his first down on the third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game.
Down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
That sack sets up a second down and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And he's intercepted. He can go. At the 10, touchdown, Ducks. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment. And a pick six, a monster play by this defense.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they start the drive. First play of the drive now from the 25. Looking for some space. It's Ortiz. Breaking free at the 35. Here he goes. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Crimson Tide. Too much speed for the defense.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
The extra point is good. They're down by a touchdown, 21-14. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. We reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Now they get set to kick it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins 22. Back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. They start with an RPO. Quick pass to the right. They're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Defense is coming after him. Dump off caught by the running back. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a third down.
They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Looking to scramble. Using his legs here. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's third down, do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't quite get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
Comes the Alabama offense onto the field. It didn't take long to reach the end zone last time. A perfectly blocked running play. Can they keep it going here? That one moves the ball across the 40.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action. Opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Going to try to use his legs here. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it.
How about the quarterback scrambling here off of that bootleg? The defense, to their credit, took everything away downfield, thinking that they had a positive play, but instead, the quarterback shows how he can make them pay for it by using his legs.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Close to the tight end. Wide open downfield. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, tied. This college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Gets made on the out route. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
Looking to pass here on second down. With sure hands, it's Booth. He'll go down there after picking up a few yards. Not going to be enough for the first. In the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Short pass finds the tight end.
Boy, quarterback's best friend is a big target on third down. Nice job of finding the tight end and that big target, and he picks up the first down.
And the Ducks lining up here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Gets the first and still running. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain.
Boy, good job up front by this offensive line, and a nice job by the back of finding that hole to pick up the first down. And honestly, Chris, this is what I think about when I think of Oregon. I know the uniforms and the flash and the dash and all the different things that people associate with this program. This is what I think about. Toughness. Ability to run the ball when they have to pick up first downs, and they did it right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Second down, looking to throw it. On the move now. Trying to create here on the move. He's got his man wide open. Breaks into the clear. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Oregon.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. Second down after that run on the previous play. Looks right for a quick completion. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Chris, this is a great game, but I'm always so impressed with the offensive line because they sell this as much as anything. The quarterback's making the read, trying to figure out if the defense is committed to the run or the pass and that he's going to go the other direction. He makes the right throw here.
Looking to make a big play downfield. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down. And here comes the punter onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. He's going to try to return the punt. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. He hands it off from the gun. And that run produces a decent gain.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Looking for a man deep down the left side. Touchdown, Ducks. This offense really clicking.
And that's his 2nd touchdown today. This guy's winning every one-on-one matchup this defense provides. Great job by the quarterback putting the ball where his guy can make a play on it, and he's got 2 on the board.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. pretty open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Incompletion makes it second down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He'll take a deep shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Finally brought down to the 20-yard line. A huge gain puts him in great scoring position. Alabama has now moved into the red zone. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Grab behind the line. It's Aurora. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. But crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Yes, Mark, can he get in? Defense makes the saving tackle at the 3. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's first and goal. And he drops back in the gun. The pass rush closing in. Sails it way high out of the end zone and incomplete.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly, you got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. At the 30 now. The 10. Touchdown, Oregon. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow.
Now, there's a risky throw here so close to the goal line. This defender makes this interception, Chris. Sometimes you see a guy hesitant. He might think about taking a knee. This guy didn't. It gave him momentum and the speed that he needed to be able to get to the end zone.
And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Ducks will kick this away to get the second half going. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Eager to get something going as we begin the third quarter. Cut in to this huge lead. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Here's the throw deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They finally bring him down, but he makes it inside the 15-yard line. First down in great scoring position.
You got to pick the right time to take your shots downfield, and this offense just did that. A huge gain, and now they're down in the red zone for a first down.
And now the handoff. Has a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. Still no answer for this offense. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. It's been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop here. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done. Critical third down play for this offense right here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They're going to throw for it on third and short. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They get him down, but a big play moves it to the 45.
For this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Takes a deep shot down the middle. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Well, the defense does a really good job of getting that initial pressure on the quarterback, but this is what he can do. His athletic ability and his legs gets him away from the pressure. He buys some time, and I love how he keeps his eyes downfield. He's not scrambling to run. He's scrambling to make a big play with his arm, just unable to connect with the receiver downfield, but good effort and a good play.
That's an RPO caught on the left side. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, defending this guy, you need more than one defender. You really got to stress rallying to the football because this guy can make people miss.
Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
The offense already has one fourth-down conversion. They do it for a second time. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Flips it to the running back, but he's got work to do. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback could put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Looking to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
He's running out of time here. Quarterback delivers quickly, a receiver on the screen. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either the receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
On third down, he drops to throw. Tries to get it to the running back. Caught over the middle. It's Ortiz. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. After the big gain, the offense obviously declines the penalty. Offense comes up on first down now. They get new life thanks to the defensive holding penalty on third down. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Bringing pressure. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
No gain there. This defense has been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back that time, Kurt.
Yeah, kind of a bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if a stop like this can give them a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays.
Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is, and they do a good job of it right here.
And he'll drop back here on third down. The receiver grabs it. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Still down by double digits in the third quarter. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. It's a quick grab. Second effort. Their defense cannot stop him short of the marker.
Well, it's always a gamble to go for it on fourth down when you're already in field goal range, but it looks like they won't rehash this decision when it's all said and done. That's a first down.
The pocket breaking down. And he just throws it away. So second down after the incompletion. The back's got it. Oh, they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
This guy has been dominant all afternoon long, but that time, the defense has got to be asking themselves, where has that been? They finally get to him behind the line.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Running out of time in the pocket. They trap him for a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Crucial play. Down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Looking for a man. Pressure is coming. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a fourth down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. And as we reach the end of three, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Throwing off play action. Hit as he released it. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Good completion to the tight end.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws. They are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Caught near the sticks. It's Booth. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a 1st down.
Man, I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today, making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Looking for his big tight end. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Worked out of bounds, but it's another big game. This air attack, no problem moving the ball up and down the field today. So that huge gain quickly sets up a 1st and goal just inside the 10. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Tackled after the completion down at the 1-yard line. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry up. Looking to score with a run to the right. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Remember last time, they went for it on 4th down and got stopped. And looking for a big play here. Aggressive call, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete.
They fail to connect downfield again, and time is a major factor now here in the 4th quarter with the deficit being this big. Just not much working for this offense today.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Defense is coming after him. And they get to completion. Past the 30. Solid gain there. Moves the ball up to the 32.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Has been a great day. But with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. The pass rush closing in. What a catch! They finally get him down, but this passing game has produced a chunk play.
Well, the offense is taking advantage of the defense kind of sitting back with this lead. That's back-to-back plays of big yards. You know, it's a bend but don't break mentality from this defense, but they might want to reevaluate because this offense is moving the ball too quickly down the field.
They bring him down, but a nice play moves the football to the 31 and a 1st down.
Okay, here they go. Big 1st down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
Missed his receiver. It's incomplete.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime. Get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the 4th quarter. You don't want to give up the big play. Force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Not a long return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out the scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
The freshman with a little too much air under that one.
Yeah, I get the passing of football has had a lot to do with you building up this big lead, but at this point in the game, man, take care of your players, get them out of here healthy, run the football, and get out with a win.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Tight end makes the grab. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice game, getting closer to midfield.
Well, he's been their go-to guy all game long. They needed a big play there on third down. They go his way again, and it works out.
Pounding away with the run game. They make the stop, but he's in enemy territory now. First down at the 45.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the cycle...
He cannot escape. It's a sack. And he'll be forced out of bounds right near the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're going to go with a play fake here. The only problem is no one on the defense bit at all on the play action. The results are a big sack for this defense.
They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Well, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the fourth quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
Ducks with first and 10 here. Ball handed off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
This one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Now here's the toss play. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, it seemed like the offense was trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
So here on fourth down, out comes the field goal team. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. The first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. They'll run it from the gun. It's a 2-yard gain. Second and 8 coming up.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
The offense spends a timeout here. There are 16 seconds remaining.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Trying to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. Tackle, but first down. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Heading left after the handoff. He shreds the tackle. And he's brought down there to wrap up this game. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to wrap it up. The